What's such a boy on the reaction? In today's video, we have the Ty Simpson and Sean McVay situation is crazy by Matt B. Great. I don't know what the hell the Rams was thinking. Bro, y'all supposed to be winning, trying to win a Super Bowl now. Y'all already got a stacked ass team, but y'all supposed to add on to that. Get another wide receiver, get a defensive player. Like, I don't know what the hell these niggas thinking. Y'all seen the clip that nigga Sean McVay when he was on the phone with him? That nigga Ty Simpson said, "We gonna make history, coach." That nigga Sean McVay said, no. He said it's smooth though. Like, I don't think he heard it.
You got some people saying stuff like this. This got over 5,000 likes because people can't believe it. I thought the quotes were fake. No, they're real.
I'll keep that between us. We'll see. He's going to compete with Stetson.
But yeah, man, you don't gotta be a rocket scientist.
He said that nigga gonna compete with Stinson gang. Stinson Bennett.
Two and two together. Sean McVay, he did not want Ty Simpson, and he made that clear. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, hope all of you had a great week. Hope all of you having a great Friday night. If not, hope this video can make it a little bit better. And man, oh man, with day one of the NFL draft wrapping up late last night, we got to talk about the huge, I'm talking about absolutely huge and chaotic situation involving Ty Simpson. Yes, that's right, you heard me correctly. And Sean McVay. What in the world is going on there? Well, I'll tell you what's going on, partner. Short answer, it's a messy situation. Long answer, that's what we're about to get into. That's why we're making this video. We're just going to get straight into this. I don't have time to waste. You don't have time to waste either. The biggest headline of day one of the draft was Mr. Ty Simpson going 13th overall to the Los Angeles Rams. We knew he was going to go more than likely in the first round. I was assuming late first round to the Cardinals.
No, I don't think that nigga was going first round 5. No.
But we didn't know he was going to go in the top 15. Do I agree with it? No, but I'll address that in just a second. We're not here to talk about how I feel about the pick too much because that's not the focal point of the video. The focal...
Hey, bro, he gonna learn behind Matthew Stafford. Hey, bro, I hope the nigga do good. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of niggas that ain't have the best college careers and they end up being good in the NFL, like Jackson Dirt. So I hope the nigga be good in the NFL.
The point of the video is what happened after
you go into a good situation, bro. Even though that nigga saying you got to compete with Stinson Bennett, but you get to sit behind Matthew Stafford and maybe you become some.
He got picked. With everybody being shocked that, oh my goodness, the Rams, they got Ty Simpson, why'd they do this? This report then got posted by our boy Pete Thamel, very reliable source. I'm going to read this off word for word so there's not any confusion. The Rams take former Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson, yada yada, 13 overall, pulling off the shocking pick. Simpson did not, let me say it again, did not even take a 30 visit to the Rams. The Rams played possum as Simpson went on a late visit to Arizona and also took visits to Cleveland, Miami, and whoever else it was before he got cut off. Holy schmoly.
That nigga ain't even visit the Rams. What the fuck?
You mean to tell me Simpson didn't even go on a visit with the Rams? What? That should go to tell you how blasphemous this was and is. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, may I remind you, we're not talking about a 7th, a 6th, a 5th, or 4th, even a 3rd. We're talking about a first-round pick. Why am I bringing it up? Why is that important? You're talking about guaranteed money. You know how much the 13th overall pick gets? 26 million doubloons. Guaranteed. And you mean to tell me you spent 26 million doubloons on a player without even having a visit with him? Let me put this into a better perspective because I don't think some of y'all grasp how insane this is. That is like, for example, let's say you have $100 million or you can afford a $26 million house. That is the equivalent to buying a $26 million house without even going to look at it in person. No sane person would even think about doing something like that. No sane person in general would buy a house without looking at it in person. I don't care how good the pictures look online. You got to see it in person. You got to have the in-home visit.
Yeah, I guess the GM just like, Matthew Stafford, he 39. How old is Matthew Stafford? This might be his last year. Let's try to get his replacement. But I don't know. If I'm the Rams, when Stafford retire, I'm trying to get Joe Burrow. Yeah, Stafford 38. He's going to be 39. If I'm the Rams, I'm trying to get Joe Burrow. When do Joe Burrow contract expire? It's- Oh, the 2029 season. Okay. Oh no, that's like 3 years from now. But nigga, I would still try to make a trade for Joe Burrow. I ain't gonna lie. Yo,
Visit. But they didn't even do that. So what is this report going to tell you? Duh. Something's a little wishy-washy here. Something's off. It's not adding up. It's not every day you take a guy, especially a quarterback, the captain of the team, the leader of the team, without even having a visit with him. Shortly after that was posted, you then had the video clip and video footage of Sean McVay calling Ty Simpson, and it wasn't a much better look. Ty Simpson told Sean McVay, hey, we're going to make history, coach. I can't wait. He's all excited, and Sean McVay, even kill on monotone, says, yeah, no. He said that. You're reading this correctly. He says, yeah, no. Enjoy this one tonight, and we will get to work. Now, do I think Sean McVay meant anything bad by this? No, but everyone on social media, you know how it is. They're blowing it out of proportion. But I got to divert back to this. I can't blame.
he said that shit low though. He said, yeah, though. Enjoy this one tonight. We will get to it. He said it monotone as hell, yeah.
The people on social media because it does not appear to seem that Sean McVay is too happy about this. Sean McVay was then asked about the pick in an interview in which he stated, yeah, he'll be competing with Stetson Bennett for the job, or not the starting job, you know what I'm talking about, the backup job.
I'll keep that between us. We'll see. He's going to compete with Stetson.
And to make a long story short, not to bore you with all these clips.
This nigga smile Friday. That's that fucking he's smiling but behind he in pain.
Because I've already watched
Laughter, nigga trying to smile the pain away. He's gonna be competing with Stetson.
McVay, he was very short, and you can tell he's not too happy with it, and I don't blame him. It is quite clear and evident the owner, GM, they wanted Ty Simpson, and Sean McVay did not. And I understand it, because you got to understand something. McVay feels like Matthew Stafford, whatever you like to call him, he has at least 1 to 2 years left of competing for a championship. So he's going, hey, why don't we get a guy like an edge rusher, a wide receiver, something to help our team next year? Because Ty Simpson, since Matt Stafford is going to be the starter, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's not going to be a quarterback battle.
I think he probably gonna play next season too. Play till he 40. I think next year might be his last year. That's if this nigga don't get, it's still football, y'all. This nigga get an injury season ending injury. You know what I'm saying? He still playing football. Anything can happen. Nigga break his leg. Like
Ty Simpson, the point I'm trying to get across here, he's not going to help next year's team at all unless there's some injury to the quarterback. So McVay's sitting here going, are you kidding me? We wasted the 13th overall pick on a quarterback? That's not going to help us. There's some disconnect there. If I'm McVay, more than likely, I'm feeling the same way because a head coach, you're not really thinking long term. You're thinking of next year.
yeah, but you never know though. Like I said, this nigga Stafford could get hurt. This nigga Ty Simpson could come in and hoop the fuck out, ball the fuck out, and that's a damn Tom Brady story.
Only. As an owner and GM, they more so to think about the next 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. Before these head coaches, as we know, you can have one bad season and boom, just like that, you're fired, you're gone. So you can't be greedy as a head coach and think about the next 3 to 4 years, preparing and grooming Ty Simpson. You get time for that. You do have a lot of people saying stuff like this. They don't quite get it. Why is he pissed? Talking about McVay. His next quarterback, referring to Simpson, is being developed under Stafford like how Love was under Rodgers. That's a great point. Dude should be happy he would... Wait, what? Oh, my apologies. I thought I said would. Wound... Wait, what is this? Dude should be happy he wound have a chump. Okay, that's not me. This is the person writing it. He meant to say, dude should be happy he won't have a chump throwing the ball in a season or two, like we talked about. Here's a great rebuttal. I don't even... had to come up with one myself. He wouldn't be pissed if they drafted him in the round 2 or 3. He's pissed because they wasted the chance to give Stafford another weapon for now. Thank you. I'm clapping without my hands, by the way. Thank you for that comment. You nailed it on the head. And that's what we're talking about. McVay's trying to win next year. And by drafting Simpson, that's not going to help next year's team. It really is as simple as that. And nobody's going to be mad if you draft Simpson in round 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. It's just, come on, man. Round 1? With our 13th pick? That's how McVay's looking at it. You got some people saying stuff like this. This has got over 5,000 likes because people can't believe it. I thought the quotes were fake. No, they're real. And I've seen all the comments saying, oh, well, Sean McVay, he's not too thrilled about this, and you can tell by his attitude. I'm going to throw this out there. Sean McVay had the same attitude with their first-round pick last year. So the way he's acting, that's not anything new to me. I've seen it before. He's not a guy that's going to be jumping for joy, and I think this is the best way to describe it. He's professional. But here's what I will say, and I can guarantee you this much. Whenever Matt Stafford retires or leaves the Rams, whichever one happens, you can bet your best bet, oh, Sean McVay, he's leaving too. Let me address this before I go any farther because I realize I haven't even given you my 2 cents on Ty Simpson going 13th overall. Do I agree with it? Not necessarily. Do I think it's a little bit too high? Yes, I do. I think he's more so of a late first-round quarterback in this year's draft. But I don't think it's an atrocious pick. I don't think it's an F. I don't even think it's a D. I'd give it around a C-, a C, or a C+, something like that. And we know this. Quarterbacks are always overvalued, number one. And number two, they're overdrafted. Obviously, like we already talked about, it's not going to help out the Rams in the up-and-coming season. However, it may help him out in the next 2, 3, 4 years, and you can groom him to be the starter, just like the Packers did with Jordan Love. That's a great example. I like Ty Simpson. I think he's a stereotypical NFL quarterback, and I think he has a lot of upside to him. I think he can be just as good, if not better, than Fernando Mendoza. Great guy, not going to have any off-the-field problems. He throws a great ball, processes the defense real well. I go on and on. We've already talked about him enough leading up into the draft. And as far as it goes for Ty Simpson's perspective himself, oh my goodness, you couldn't have landed in a better spot. You're going to be learning under a seasoned vet like Matt Stafford, and you got one of the brightest and greatest offensive minds in the game as your head coach. This is perfect. I'd argue and say it's better to be in a situation like this than thrown to a crappy team and a crappy organization where you're going to be starting in year one and you're just going to get destroyed. I think it's better for quarterbacks to go to a situation like this and how Jordan Love went to the Packers where they can learn and slowly be groomed into that starting quarterback role. It really couldn't have went too much better for Ty Simpson. Got drafted higher than anticipated, and out of all the teams that picked last night, this was the best situation to go to, if you were to ask me. Great for him. I think it's somewhat decent for the Rams in the long run, but we won't know until we see what unfolds with Matt Stafford. We don't know if he's going to play one more year or who knows, potentially he could play 3 more years. We don't know. Here's what I do know. As long as Stafford is playing, he is a much better option. And, hey, here's another thing you got to throw in there like McVay said. It's not just like, oh, yeah, Ty Simpson immediately the QB2. He said he's going to be competing with Stetson DoorDash Bennett. But, yeah, man, you don't got to be a rocket scientist to put 2 and 2 together. Sean McVay, he did not want Ty Simpson, and he made that clear. But let's also throw in there, it doesn't have anything to do with Ty Simpson himself. It has everything to do with he's looking out for next year's team. And getting Ty Simpson wasn't in the best interest of next year's team. Many more things I could say. I don't want to make this a super long video. Let me know your thoughts down below. But
Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all do this.
Streaming has got to be one of the greatest ways to make money.